Well, as you know, it was downright hot last week, and because of the fires, many of us had our windows closed. But was your air conditioning working up to par? Let's check in with our friends at the Home Pro Show, just like we do every Monday here, to find out what to do if your house didn't stay cool enough or if it didn't even work at all. The host of the show, Clint August, is standing by. Hi, Clint.
Heather, have the fights started yet with you and your husband?
Did they end? No, I'm just kidding.
you know what I'm talking about, right? You know I'm talking about the, oh my God, we're going to spend so much on this bill. He wants it cool, or you do. One does, one doesn't, right?
Right. And when the weather heats up and then your house is hot inside, it can make things even more tense, especially if you're arguing over the air conditioning.
Absolutely. Well, that's why we have Joel from Mauzy Heating and Air Conditioning here today. Also, Greg Cantor, my co-host of the Home Pro Show every Saturday morning on News Radio 600. That's at 9 a.m., by the way. And, you know, Greg, being in the business for as long as you've been, I'm sure this is about the time of year that you're running across people like me, like Heather, like everybody else. They're starting to have the heated conversations of, you know, the bill and is the air conditioning in the best possible shape, things like that.
Well, and it's been really hot too, so to top that all off. But people, there's a lot of considerations whether they need a tune-up or their system is old, inefficient. And there's also considerations of if you only have one furnace and one air conditioner to have the air reach the places it needs to and not cool the whole house. So tell us about zoning.
I think zoning is probably the best application you can use to fine-tune how your heating and air system performs. I think the most common application is an upstairs, downstairs home, two-story, multi-story, and we can use these dampers here at the point of contact with the furnace where the ductwork comes off. You can see how it opens and closes. You can, let's say upstairs, we can tie all the ductwork to the upstairs into one zone damper. We can tie all the downstairs feeds to the downstairs zone damper. And you have these different thermostats that you can put upstairs and downstairs. So you can choose whether to heat the upstairs only, the downstairs only.
And these are all programmable, and
totally
even
programmable.
This is a Wi-Fi one, right?
Wi-Fi, accessible by your smartphone, absolutely.
And there's other considerations of efficiency ratings and variable speeds. Tell us about those.
Variable speed, I think, is the foundation of any good performing system. It works perfectly with your zone system, so that smart fan can actually sense which zone is open, and it'll decrease its RPMs. So it's not only about energy efficiency, which you can reduce it by about 35% with the zone system, but it's mostly about your comfort level. This is why we have heating and air in our homes. So this is the most effective way, and in most applications we can get it done.
So if you have a fairly new system, then this may be a solution to balance the air out. But when does somebody need to consider replacing their unit?
When they want a better level of performance, if they want to combat our high energy prices in San Diego. And I think one of the better ways to do that is multi-stage systems. We're not Arizona or Minnesota where we need 100% heating or cooling.
Right.
So with San Diego, high bills, we want a high level of comfort, and we want the best.
So the reason we really like Mauzy is you do everything from tune-ups to this balancing the air to replacing complete systems.
We are experts at system design, system installation, service, and maintenance. So I think we're the best choice.
All right, well, we had Elena from Oceanside contact us through ApprovedHomePros.com. She writes, with the heat this past week, we've used the AC, but the upstairs front of our home is still hot. The back upstairs and downstairs are very cool. We closed the vents in the cool areas and have the warm ones wide open, but it hasn't helped. Could we have a block in the system, or is it just too far for the air to travel? The unit is downstairs in the back of the home.
I think that's a good question. A lot of performance issues happen by base design. So if they weren't designed optimally, then there's things to overcome. I think as far as we don't know if that system's capable of zoning, but if it's not, variable speed would be the #1 option for that system.
All right.
So if you have a two-story house, then you don't necessarily have to have two units.
No, one unit zone system would take care of it.
All right. You know, Heather, the thing also that I love about Mauzy Heating and Air is that once they send a technician to your home, they will always send that same technician to make you comfortable as a man or a woman. So that's another great thing and a reason you'd choose Mauzy Heating and Air.
Yeah, it's great to know who's going to be showing up at your front door for sure. Clint, I do have one question for you. I know we got an airplane flying overhead, so I'll kind of pause a second and get that airplane a chance to pass. But I do want to ask you, when it comes to replacing the air filter for your air conditioning system, when I've gone to do that, they come in so many different price points. Does it really matter?
You know, actually, that's a good question for Joel. you know, do you want to buy the most expensive filter or the cheapest? Does it matter? The sizes, the shapes, all that?
I think it depends on what your needs are. If you're someone with high allergy problems, asthma, you want to get something that can be more effective, not just your standard filter. There's pure air systems, there's UV technology. There's lots of things we can offer through Mauzy, but we can pin that down when we meet up with you.
All right, Heather, well, there you have it. And you know what? With all this information, you can stop hiding those fights with your husband.
That's true. Everyone will just get along.
That's right.
All right, Clint, thank you so much. And ApprovedHomePros.com is the website where folks can get in touch with the air conditioning experts and heating experts over at Mauzy. Or if you have any questions about remodeling or doing some improvements on your home, or you've got a problem in your home and you need a pro to come out and help you fix it, ApprovedHomePros.com will give you a quite lengthy list of folks right here in San Diego County you can contact. ApprovedHomePros.com.